Alright, welcome back to Let's Play. Today's episode is a continuation of the previous episode, Spider-Man. This time I'll be showing all the extra stuff in the game. So we'll start off with the different Spidey costumes. You got the Spider-Man costume, Spider-Man 2099, the Symbiote Spider-Man, Captain Universe, one of my favorites, Spider-Man Unlimited, Amazing Bagman, the Scarlet Spider, you have Ben Reilly, the Quick Change Spidey, and Classic Peter Parker, all of which have their advantages and disadvantages. So next up I'll show all the characters on the game. You have Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Black Cat, Dr. Otto Octavius, Eddie Brock, just a basic henchman, basic bank thug, good old J. Jonah Jameson, Scorpion, Daredevil, a basic policeman, and the basic SWAT cop, Rhino, the Human Torch, Venom, a Lizard Man, as well as the Lizard, Mary Jane, a Symbiote, Mysterio, the Punisher, Doc Ock, Carnage, Monster Ock, which is insane, Captain America, and the Submariner. J. James Jewett is actually the president of Neversoft. In order to see him, you have to enter a specific cheat code. Another cool thing about this game was it included different comics throughout Spidey's history, and in order to find them, you had to find the certain comics hidden throughout each level. So I love the game covers in the game. They were shown before each main chapter, and the style of them was detailed and overall amazing. It looked just like a comic. I always loved seeing them as a kid. Okay, so the Easter egg in the game is actually the Green Goblin's hideout. Sadly, Green Goblin was never in this Spider-Man game, but I think it's great they included his little hideout. Inside of it, it has the Spidey armor, which is pretty cool, and it has his mask, his pumpkin bombs, and even his glider on the wall, as well as some pumpkin decals that he looks like he spray painted or something. See there, you can see the mask on the wall along with some tools. Pretty cool how they included that, as well as the little pumpkins. Now onto the what if mode. If you enter the room where a hostage was kept in the bank and go up to the pad, Spidey begins to do a little dance while two hostages run around him. Pretty great dancing moves. But I love it because at the end he does this weird pose like he's just stuck there until you move him. Next up is Ghost Rider makes an appearance in the Race to the Day of the Bugle.
Jameson from day one, blaming Jameson. Uh-oh, Spidey. Scorpions had it out for old Jameson from day
there
one.
He is.
Hey, Gargan! Time is running out!
The audio is swapped in the game between the differences.
Polo! Marco! Fish out of water!
The boss fight also has two differences. The first is that J. Jonah Jameson is swapped with James Jewett, the president of Neversoft. As you can see here.
Leave him alone, Chuckles.
The second thing is Scorpion uses the classic saying from the movie The Shining when he busts through the wall. In the boss fight with Mysterio, in the What If mode, he has a fish floating around inside of his dome.
Those glowing conduits look like the source of his power.
As for the Doc Ock fight, it makes him tiny and makes the room a little bit more psychedelic.
Mini Ock. I am Mini Ock. What color do you please?
Carnage's voice changes as well, and the shark swims around with the submariner watching at the rocks.
What color do you please, Spider-Man? That couldn't stop me. What makes you think you can? No more humans! No more!
On this level, the blimp is actually new. It wasn't there in the beginning of the original mode. And you can actually swing over to it. If you manage to stay on the blimp long enough, it'll eventually end the level and proceed to the next part of the mission.
You gotta be kidding.
Lastly, there's a race with the yellow submarine.
Captain Jennings speaking. I designed this place. That's right, I built it. And now I want you to race me through. So here's the beginning. If you can see the trench, I'll tell you a secret. Deal? Ready when you are. Haha, let's rock! Again.
If you manage to beat the submarine in the race, you'll actually get the reward, which is a cheat code for unlimited webbing.
Yeah, laser. Real original. Is that the original Wayne Scotty? That builds this stuff.
Right on. I'm halfway there. How about you?
Now, is there a subfloor underneath here? Is this pine? I wonder who the contractor is.
Whoa! Those webs were smoking! Let's see what you won.
Alright, so that's all for Spider-Man. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Let's Play. Stay tuned for more.